how to do an omoplata. But before I teach you how to do an omoplata, I'm gonna teach you something else. Excuse me, let me borrow you. Second. So, what Travis Luter taught was two pieces. He taught omoplata sweep from collar sleeve guard. The thing with omoplatas, and I just haven't taught enough of omoplatas to you guys, but when I do, I believe I always mention that omoplata most oftentimes will lead to a sweep rather than a submission, because it's far easier to escape an omoplata than it is to finish the actual omoplata. So in the process of doing it, you'll have slippage and their arm will pull out, but they're going to end up escaping and just accepting the fact that they're going to the bottom and you are on top. All right. So he did an omoplata sweep from collar sleeve guard, which is very nice. I'll teach that hopefully in the second part, but he wound up in a reverse scarf hold. So the scarf hold is where we are here. He's framing kind of the hip here. He may be framing my head. I pull his elbow up. This is scarf hold, okay? Kissa is where I would have the head, okay? Scarf hold is where I have the underhook, okay? And he went to a reverse scarf hold, which is me switching my base here, okay? And then I swam inside here and got to here, okay? First thing I want to do here is I want to control either the near knee or far knee. I typically control the near knee, and my left knee is connected to his hip, so I can scoot my hip back and separate his elbow more from his ribs as I dip my head, because I don't want him to be able to reach my head and do that, or like what Brad does, basically just scoops and just cross face and bridge, like that, and then you lose your balance. So you keep your elbow back, scooting the hips back and chest back and keeping your head low. And I feel, and I can see his arm is up. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to weave my arm out here and I'm gonna trap his head right here, okay? My left hand goes to his back, all right? It's almost like a Darce, but this is basically a head-arm triangle, all right? Not to be confused with a, what do you call it? A head-arm choke, okay? Or the arm triangle, all right? So here, I need to stretch my hand out. I walk my hips to the left. I can control his hip. I don't want him to turn into me. I kind of scoot back, dip my left shoulder, reach, cup his far lat, put my hand here, and I want to roll him flat with my armpit more so on this part of his tricep that's closer to his elbow. So from here, I'm going to just roll him flat, pinch my left elbow, and compress him, flatten him like a pancake, okay? If he kind of stays on his side and you have arms long enough, you stretch, reach, and I can also do this, what I used to call the Darnell. For those of you who know Darnell, for those of you who don't, I would cover his eyes, and then I go like that, okay? What this does is basically, it's a choke, okay? So this is an arm triangle. What I want to do is, I want to get my kind of armpit here, right about here, because I can apply maximum pressure this way. If I'm here, I'm not actually pushing his arm down. So the way that you basically do this, for those of you who are beginners, okay, you can just have your partner put their hand, left hand on their right shoulder, and you can just kind of get into this position here. I want to control here because I can't reach any further. I have to walk my hips to the left, and I want to control his hip here, and then I'm going to stretch and reach. So I can cup here, and I want to arch my back and pinch my elbow, roll him flat, and squeeze. What it does, what it does is that I kind of want the V of my inner elbow, okay, like a rear naked choke on the outside of his neck, so that my arm can bend. Because if it's here, I can't reach, and I can't roll him like flat right here, okay, because I can't create enough compression. So when I'm here, I stretch and I dip my left shoulder and I reach here. Now here, I can kind of move my shoulders back and kind of like I'm doing a row. And I want to just roll them flat, like so. If you have enough arm length, We're just gonna go into like a rear naked figure 4 grip right here. What I do here is you can just put your hand on the forehead. I like to cover the eyes because it's very nice and it's very soothing. And then as I go here, I'm gonna lift my left elbow off the mat. Okay, and I'm pushing his head down, and it creates a lot of pressure, as we know, on the male cervix. All right. So if you want to get into it a little bit in a more complex way, we have this. What? Yeah, male cervix. What?
I was just saying scarf.
Yeah, scarf. There. So look, my objective is to get my left hand as I switch my base. This is a great way to mount also. Okay. Because his arms are kind of gonna be framing. I don't want to be here too much because if he frames and scoots his hip out, I fall and he gets up. Get up. Yeah, and that's a really horrible place to be. I mean, I might as well cross my feet while I have the back and get submitted that way. Okay. So what I do is I just want to switch my base that way, but I can't quite do it just by moving my body and looking towards his legs. So I have to kind of go this way here, get his arm up, and get here, and I scoop my hips back here. This is a great place to mount because he can't really see it, and you can still kind of even get this position here. All right, and I'll show you a very nice arm lock. However, we're just going to do this from side control. Put it that way. So we're here, here. Slam through here. Switch my base here. I want to do this. Keep scooting. See how my knee is connected with his hip? My left hand is controlling his belt and pinching, okay? Because I don't want to be like this. It doesn't do me any good. I want to keep him here, okay? Because if he ends up turning this way, I can begin to just mount him very, very easily. Here, and you have a nice mount. So as I'm here, scoot, head down, and I can see his arm here. Catch here. I need to stretch and reach. I need to walk my hips to the left. As my right forearm controls his hip. I'm going to dip my left shoulder. Once you get the knee in like a dart. Up here. This is real simple. And put my shoulders down. I'm going to get fancy. Here. Alright, let's try it. 1, 2, 3. You can start from the training wheel position with their arm already across. You can start from the scarf hold. You can start from the reverse scarf hold.